Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I also come from Hong Kong, but sorry that I cannot speak very good Putonghua. We can speak leisurely in Putonghua, but I will prefer to use English in our formal presentation. So first of all, thank you very much for UiPath invitation. I'm very honored to be part of this quality event. And I am Lena Lo. I oversee the strategy, planning, and implementation of enterprise solutions in MTR. So I'm here today for two missions. First of all, I will share with you MTR journey of RPA adoption. And secondly, I'll assure you that I'm one of the happy customers of UiPath. Okay. So some key information about MTR. MTR is involved in a lot of business activities. This include railway operations in Hong Kong, China, and also overseas. Actually, Beijing Line 4, MTR is the operator of Beijing Line 4. And we also have property leasing and property management. And moreover, we also do railway projects to build new lines and new extensions. To create values for our business, MTR embarked on the digital transformation journey a few years ago. We adopted AI, big data, cloud, etc. To name some example, you can see we have applied different emerging technologies in different areas. For our passengers, we launched AI chatbot to interact with our customers and to answer location-based inquiry. For MTR mall shoppers, we used IoT for car park availability checking. And for operations users, we also adopted IoT and also big data for noise monitoring and analysis. So the last but not least, for our supporting functions, we adopted RPA to improve our effectiveness and efficiency. Now, we have a few software robots in our workforce. So this is one of the examples, one RPA application for our finance department, which is to automate the download of bank statements from website and replace the manual handling of paper statements. Okay. So you see, in the past, our finance users, they received the bank statement daily from Hong Kong Post Office. And then the bank statements will be sent to, they do a lot of sorting and dispatching to the supervisors. And then the supervisors will further sort and dispatch the bank statements to responsible accountants for data processing, filing, but without any standardized approach. So now, with RPA, it is now done by the robots. The robots can do and process 500 bank statements a day without complaints. So you see that now we don't have to do sorting and dispatching of paper statements, and the robots download the bank statement from the website and records the daily balances. In the past, we have a lot of storage space for the bank statements because of the statutory requirements. We have to store them for 7 years. And now with RPA, we changed the process. We download the bank statement in the form of files, and then we store systematically in our server, centrally in our server, and also it enables easier file sharing. So you can see that we have achieved a number of intangible benefits by adopting RPA. We can support our go-green policy, no more paper statements. You see those piles of bank statements, we are killing the trees. And then we also save physical space by centralize the storage of bank statements. And the time for getting the bank statements can also be shortened. And we also have value-added functions by adopting RPA, like we can capture the account balance from the statements daily, so that our finance users can have a quick overall financial portfolio in a very timely manner. However, adopting new technology is not without challenges. We need to deal with people, process, and technologies. And I think you all agree with me, the most challenging part is to deal with people. We have to gain support from our senior management on RPA and engage users, change their mindset to automation first from the conventional mindset. So they will be happy to adopt the automation for efficiency and effectiveness. Here is our journey. Our journey focused on the people for changing the cultural and mindset. In each stage, we progressively engaged our senior management and end users. Throughout the different stages, the proof of concept we started with, and we also have to launch some awareness program to teach our end users what is RPA, so that they will understand more and arouse their interest in adopting the technology. And then user engagement gets their hands dirty, gets them into our loop. And lastly, RPA establishment. So back to January this year, 2018, we started with a POC. Our view is that we want to start small, and we want to get the influence within our IT department first. That's why we formed a small task force of 4 members, all from the IT departments. We have one team leader to manage the overall POC progress. We have a business analyst to explore the internal IT processes and look into the process, pick one that is good for the pilot. And then we have 2 technical engineers to deliver, to implement the automation. And the POC lasted for 8 weeks. The task force started by studying RPA, go to the UiPath Academy, and then it is actually very good. The 2 technical engineers, they can get the certificate from the academy. So they learned RPA, select the tools, and then they find a suitable internal process for the automation. The task force selected a process called IT equipment requisition and payment process. This process is a highly repetitive, highly rule-based, and most of the data are well-structured. So we see that this is a good candidate for doing RPA. And also, you can see that as highlighted in the diagram, we selected 3 sub-processes in this overall process for the pilot, for the POC. Just like what the other speakers shared earlier, we don't have to do 100% automation. This is what we have done in our POC. We picked 3 sub-processes that we think are good for the automation, and then we just do it. And the effect and the result is very good. After the POC, our IT colleagues had get first-hand, hands-on experience on RPA. So by that time, they are bold enough because they have they got the certificates from the academy. They have real experience of implementing RPA, so they can stand out and share what they learned from the POC. And those insights are very useful, actually. First of all, from the task force themselves, they share that it is most suitable to implement RPA for a process that is highly repetitive, rule-based, and the data is well-structured, because they also can imagine that if that process is not mature, keep changing, then the automation may be not that effective. And also, agile delivery approach fits for RPA implementation, and this is also their experience. Thirdly, from the technical point of view, they also found that exception handling and reusability of common steps are something that are very important in implementing RPA. So for the business side, they also highlighted the importance of managing user expectation. So the task force shared their view that we have to let our end user know that robot is a helper, not to replace humans. This is a very important message. And the level of user engagement is very important as well, because we have to work very closely together in one team to automate the process. So with our POC successful completed, and we then moved on to educate our business users. So we organized a series of awareness events and engagement activities for drawing attention from our senior management and also our business users, process owners. So this is the first awareness activity we held in March. This is a technology forum hosted by our IT department. And we invited UiPath to give us the technology forum, the presentation on RPA. Actually, the topic of this technology forum is very straightforward, because this is the first awareness program activity. We have to educate what is RPA. So the title of this forum is simply Introduction of RPA. And the agenda is also very straightforward. They cover what is RPA, the RPA capabilities, and the benefits of RPA. And in the forum, we see that it can successfully draw attention of our users. You can see this is a full house of the event. And also, the interest of our users can be demonstrated in the interactions and a lot of questions in the Q&A sections. So this is a very good start for the awareness program. And then we moved on to deepen the awareness program. This is the second activity that we have launched. This is the interactive workshops. I am very grateful that UiPath and also our solution provider, NCS, they help us free of charge to conduct this interactive workshops. Actually, we held 4 sections of these interactive workshops. The objective of these interactive workshops are to ask our users to bring their processes from their workplace, from their business, and then come to the workshop and openly discuss with the RPA experts. So we can see that the interaction is very fruitful. From the discussion, the brainstorming, and data jamming, it successfully cultivated quite tens, I can say, tens of potential initiatives for RPA process automation. And we have to do all the awareness program from offline to online. So we also make use of our Center of Excellence website. We have a Center of Excellence website to share technologies and use cases with our users. So we published totally for this RPA technology, we published 3 articles about the RPA technology and applications, also the POC examples. So we share these on this website. We share in text. We also share videos. So it is a channel so that we can reach out to more people. And also, you can see that these websites, we allow our end users to feedback, to like the article. So we can also get some feedback from them on this website. Our purpose is to bring positive messages to our users through this awareness program. And we hope that users will feel that RPA is a tool that can create value and uplift the workforce. And also, most importantly, is to offload them from those tedious tasks, those tasks that they would rather leave it to robots, and then free themselves to better work, quality life, and also for more value-added activities. So after this activities awareness program, we enter to this high note of our overall awareness program. This is, we name it our RPA Contest. Because from the interactive workshops, actually we have already discussed many potential proposals. So we have some IT representatives to reach out to the key business users and then persuade them, support them to submit their proposals to the contest. And then we created a website for their submission. They produce their submissions to us, and then we have some priorities or some criteria to shortlist from this proposal. So this is the contest framework that we hold in back to May this year. Finally, we have, okay. This is what we have done to promote our RPA contest. We want to make it fun to our users, so we created posters with some robots friends, so people will like them. And also, we have our website to promote the RPA contest. We have prizes to attract the submissions. So, and we also use pop-up screens, email notifications to remind users. But I think that the most important one is the IT representatives to reach out to our users and then personally discuss with them and help them, support them to submit their proposal. So the result is very impressive. Finally, we received, for this contest, we received over 40 submissions from the departments. They all created from their proposals by their own, and also they are very eager to get into the final competition, because one of the reward, apart from those trophies or non-cash award, one of the reward is that we promise those shortlisted process will be implemented. So that motivated them a lot. So we have more than 40 proposals submitted from different departments. So you can see that from HR, from finance, from our operations, from our marketing department. So if actually, although we said that the RPA is useful for our supporting functions, but actually different departments, they have supporting activities. And those areas, RPA can do something for them. So these are the 6 finalists that we selected to enter into the RPA contest. We have submissions from the Finance Control Department. This is the one that I just introduced to you about the downloading the bank statements. We also have submission from our Treasury Department, our HR Department. They because they have to use different templates. You know, MTR is a big corporation. We have over 18,000 colleagues, and depending on their different occupation, we have to remind them for health check or some kind of medical test, and we have to check them the expiry date of their medical examination. So this is a tedious job. And now the HR department users, they can dig out this process from their workplace and then submit this as a proposal. And we also have a proposal from our operations department, rolling stock maintenance department. Rolling stock in MTR means our train. So we also have submission from procurement and contracts department, and also from our administration department. So this is the day of the of the 2 days contest. This is the overall rundown. In the first hour, we have an opening ceremony, and then after the opening ceremony, we have around 1.5 days for a contest. The finalist teams, they stay in a room, and then they will work with our RPA experts, and also to produce a workable prototype, so they can have an experience to get hands-on. And after the RPA contest ends, each team, they have 15 minutes for holding a pitching section, so they can demonstrate their innovativeness to show how impactful of RPA in the automation. And then the award ceremony on the same day. So these are some pictures of the events to share with you some fun of the day. This is the opening ceremony. We have prepared a nice breakfast for the finalists, so to keep them energized for the rest of the 1.5 day fighting and working. And also we have a banner for them. This banner is something that is a banner that we put very close to the rooms that the finalists stay for working. For this, we encourage the supporting colleagues of those finalist teams to come to the banner, cheer up the teams, and then write down some encouraging messages on the banner. So our hope is, our objective is to let more people engaged in this contest and stay with us about the RPA progress. So this is the contest. Here are the rooms. We have booked 5 to 6 rooms for the 6 finalist teams. So each one of them, they stay in the room for that 2 days, and then they work with some notebook. So in this short period of time, they can produce workable prototypes. So this is amazing. So after the hard work, here comes the pitching sections. So you can see that these are our users. Our users, they are very excited in preparing the presentation. And some also, they taped a video. And then they demonstrated how the manual work style is like. You see, she is working too hard, like a robot, with heads down. So this is before the RPA. And then they also share a lot of business impact, the productivity gain with us in the pitching sections. We have judging panels from director level, from the C level. So we have our finance director, engineering director, HR director. I believe you still remember this morning the stakeholders list. So every director, they have different role. For the finance director, you know, we need to ask for funding. For HR director, we are very impressive because that in that presentation, the HR director comes up and then she said that it is not for headcount cutting, it is for better quality of work-life balance. So this is very impressive, and this is the support that we need from our C-level to drive the RPA, to drive the automation. So you see, everyone is very happy here. And your UiPath #1 Greater China employee, I think he's here. Okay. This is the champion goes to the HR department. And now, because of the successful RPA contest, in the contest itself, in the presentation, we successfully have our end users to actually speak for IT. They fight for the support from our directors directly. And that is very impressive. So actually right after the contest, the directors spoke directly to our CEO about the success of the RPA contest. And then the CEO said, why not we have RPA implementation as soon as possible? So this helped a lot in getting the funding and also the support. So we have our project implementation started after the RPA contest. We successfully secured the funding in June, and then we have some procurement process to go. So our projects finally started from August, and our first batch of RPA processes launched in early October. So this is what we are going to continue as our journey. We plan to scale up our RPA adoption in the corporation. Not only the 6 finalists in the contest, because actually we have over 40 proposals submitted to the contest, so they already form some basis. And there are still a lot of different, I can hear from many end users from different departments that they have some ideas in mind that they also want to implement. So this is our plan to scale up our RPA adoption over the corporation. And then we also would like to work to extend our RPA to integrate with AI, with cognitive intelligence, etc., to make the robot more intelligent. So this wraps up my presentation. Thank you.